Kia ora. My name is Chris Theobald. I am a teacher in Petone. I'm part of a thing called a Learning and Change network. And so what I'm going to do today is just talk to you a little bit about what a Learning and Change network is, because I hear you're interested. All of the opinions in this short clip are my own, and accuracy is not guaranteed, but start the discussion anyway. So, you've decided to join a Learning and Change network, an LCN. Yeah, I can see some of you are a little bit anxious. And okay, so maybe it wasn't your idea or decision to join. Maybe you've already joined, but you're here now, so sit back and relax and get ready to find out what on earth an LCN is. Let's take professional learning and professional development. Now, traditionally, this was an external provider or even someone within school that would take you through a program. And they would take you through that program and deliver the information generally designed to increase pedagogy or student achievement in a particular curriculum area for all the staff. And then would repeat that year after year with a different curriculum focus, maybe in literacy or maths. And it would go to all of the staff, and if you go through all of those steps, then you'd hopefully achieve the desired outcome, a new inquiry process, a increased ability or pedagogy with numeracy, or maybe even a skyline with palm trees, whatever it was. Now we're at a critical juncture at the moment. We can either stick with 19th century teaching, or we can go with 21st century learning. And that's what an LCN is all about, 21st century learning, which realises that everyone has got a part to play. These people here, and him, and also these two boys, and her. Students themselves, whānau, leaders, teachers, everyone has got a part to play. And when we start to collaborate and share amongst our group, our network, when we start to question and critique, when we start to maximise the resources within our community, that's when we'll see effective and lasting change. And that's what we're trying to do in our Seaview Learning and Change network, which is just one network out of many up and down the country. And the Learning and Change initiative is a program developed by Auckland University that seeks to make a change, because doing what we've always done isn't working for some of our students. So those researchers and academics have found a pretty simple process by which change needs to take place. And it's a process that we go through each day in class. It's just making sure it's clear and articulate for everyone involved, so that effective change can take place and we can measure it and we can learn from it. And this process, like I said, very simple, is on this man's plans. So let's have a look. First, we need to find out what to change. Second, we need to plan change. Third, we need to change things, and evaluate change and repeat. Now, the first part of finding out what to change took place last year, where everyone was asked to map learning. This included parents and whānau, teachers and students. There was a shift from a focus on teaching to now a focus on learning. How do you learn best? Getting back to those academics out of Auckland University, these education researchers, they found that there were 5 key areas, 5 change priorities for all schools in New Zealand in order to meet the needs of 21st century learners. They are homeschool connection, blended or e-learning, lateral learning, developing student agency, and cultural and linguistic responsiveness. Now, some of these are a bit wordy and a bit hard to understand at the moment, but we'll unpack the ones that we need to in due course. After all of those mind maps that we did with our parents, whānau, students and teachers about how they learn best, we found that 3 of these 5 areas related specifically to our needs. We need to develop our ability in homeschool connection, blended e-learning, and developing student agency. Each school's network leaders decided that these 3 areas would be good areas for growth. And while each school itself had different target students that we were focusing on and has different needs in terms of curriculum, some schools might be working on developing Māori student achievement, or maybe boys writing, or maybe hard to shift students. When we work together and focus on these big change priorities, these change priorities being homeschool connection, the second change priority being developing student agency, and the third change priority being effective use of ICT tools. When we focus on these, then our individual school targets and priority students will start to show growth too. Now, the sad thing about LCN is that there is no superhero character that will come and tell you what to do. There is no magical answer. LCN man, as pictured here, doesn't exist. So let's scribble them out. Because after talking to some teachers, I want to be clear on what I think LCN is not. LCN is not a specific set of steps in a program designed to tell you how to run your class or your school. An LCN is also not a silver bullet. In fact, what I've found is the process of LCN is more about questions than answers. It's about getting outside your comfort zone and specifically asking hard questions to yourself. So let's take another analogy of what LCN is. Maybe LCN is a school of fish. Well, no, that's just a bad pun instead of a good analogy. What is an LCN? Maybe an LCN, in our case our Seaview Learning and Change Network, is a group of people. And everything that's going on in our schools already is part of our LCN. And an LCN isn't extra work, it's about working smarter by working together. So all of our 6 schools and their communities and their whānau and their families, all of our 6 schools and their boards of trustees and their students, they've all got something to add. So it's a case of going through that change process and listening to people and getting the people within our change, within our network, working together, because everyone's got something to add. Let's take a look at it from a slightly different angle again. This is one school in our network, and this is another school in our network. I'm not going to draw all 6 schools, but you'll get the picture. Within each school we've got parents whānau, a community, we've got teachers and leaders. Now, sometimes we'll learn and change within our own school. Sometimes one school will directly impact on the learning and changing of another school. And a lot of the time we'll aim to learn and change across all of our schools within our network. This is collaboration. This is smart learning. And this is a network. So hopefully this short, what was meant to be short, it's quite long now, clip has clarified for you a little bit about what an LCN is. Again, it's about questioning, it's about changing things, it's about using what you're already doing to make more changes. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions or comments, then the Twitter handle is at the bottom. Apart from that, keep on doing what you're doing. Good work. See you.